Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Own Your Light Tarot. I'm getting ready to do a fall equinox reading for y'all. For fall y'all, I guess spring in the southern hemisphere, but here we go with a big shift. There's a lot going on, a lot going on in the universe, on our planet. Oh my gosh, we're going to get a general theme first and then see what the messages are there. And then I'm going to do all signs. So starting with Aries, moving through Pisces. Okay, and we'll see what the messages are for those. Okay. I do not recommend fast forwarding through that part. I really don't, because we have so many aspects, pretty much all aspects in our charts. Okay. And because this is a kind of comprehensive reading for the equinox, you might have some signs that are more prominent in your chart than others if you want to check those out, but this is all intertwined. So I do recommend the full reading. Okay. But up to you. Okay. Free will, man. Okay. All right, let's see. Overarching. What is the message we need to know? I'm getting my feely feels. Okay. View from above. Mystic healer. Uncovering treasure. Okay, what's the overarching energy? Overarching, please. Overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. All right, keep that in mind. We are limitless. Our limitations are right between our ears. Okay, it's what we think. It's how we approach. This is, Excalibur, the sword and the stone here. Anything is possible. If it feels like, an obstacle is too big for you, rearrange it in your mind and how to approach it, okay? Nothing is bigger than you, okay? It really isn't. Your soul and your abilities and your, just what you've been given from God, okay? And your love is so much more powerful than any obstacles that you are perceiving, okay? Remember 3D versus 5D. Take a 5D approach to things, which is a very, higher perspective. Back it up. God's perspective. See things as, the things that we think are so big in our lives oftentimes are very, very small in the grand scheme of things. So it's getting that new perspective, that higher perspective, and seeing that, okay? So, oh my gosh, I didn't even look at this, but view from above. Yeah, get the big picture. Absolutely, okay? Like I was just saying, overcoming obstacles, get the big picture with it. We can get so wrapped up in the little details of things that we get kind of in this vortex of hell with it, right? But it's all what's going on mentally. Rise above it, rise above it. Healing energy flows through you with Mystic Healer. I really feel like, look at her, I say rise above it, and she's like, I don't know if you can see, but she's like this, and she's like floating up, it looks like. Truly rise above it. Find your light. Find your connection, okay, to source. Allow yourself to connect with that healing energy and love that is always flowing through you. You're always connected to the divine unless you disconnect and get stuck in your ego mind, okay? All of that monkey mind is ego mind, wanting to keep you down, feeling like the obstacle is way too big. It's not. That is mental. View from above. Let that energy flow through you. Uncovering treasure is here. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. Okay, I feel like that's like sort of at the end of the cycle here. We've got a lot going on, a lot that's going to be going on collectively. It might feel overwhelming at times. This is guidance to learn how to get through it, okay? Breathe, get above it, connect, see things from that higher perspective and know that on the side of this, beneath the surface lies great bounty. There is treasure on the other side, uncovering treasure. Okay, but you can't see it and you can't get there if you get stuck behind the obstacle you think is bigger than you. Okay? Know that you've got this. If you're feeling overwhelmed in any time during this period, know you've got this. Okay? You can move through it. Nothing is ever bigger than you are. It really isn't. It's all perception. Okay? It's all perception. Watch yourself talk. Okay, how you talk to yourself and what kind of energy you're putting out, any kind of words you put out into the universe. If you can tweak it, make sure it's positive. Things are manifesting very, very quickly right now. So you got to watch your thoughts, watch your speech. Okay, we are shifting big time. And so everything is energy. So whatever comes out, the universe mirrors back and says yes to it. So if you're putting something negative out, negative thoughts, defeatist, mentality, they're going to say yes to that and show you what you're putting out. Okay, so choose wisely from a higher perspective, knowing you've got this, even if it feels like you don't. It's almost like a energetic fake it till you make it as well, because if you put that positive energy out there, even if you're feeling a little bit of fear, that's the way you overcome it. It's baby steps. It's not all at once. Okay, so go easy on yourself too. Okay, all right, I've got a new deck here. A friend of mine, a contact of mine, bless her heart, her name is Dina G. I don't know if you're watching or not, dear. But she got these to me for a while ago, and then my readings shifted, so I haven't used them yet. But they're very interesting. They're called Taxi Tarot. They will be available. Sometime I will let you guys know if you're interested when they are available for purchase. But basically, she has revamped the major arcana. And so they're very interesting and fun, but they've got a lot of insight and energy in them. And as most of you, or a lot of you probably know, when a tarot deck is gifted, it's got more special juju. It's got more power. So I'm going to use these. I'm going to pull a card for each of you guys. Like I said, Aries through Pisces. And we'll pull a card on top of it and see how this all works in, okay? And what's going on for the fall equinox for you guys. All right. Thank you, Dina. Thank you. All right. And I haven't used them yet, so it's kind of like, okay, this is new for all of us. All right, Aries. What does Aries need to know? Messages for Aries, please. It's a little deck because there's only, 22 cards in the major arcana, so here we are. Plot twist. That is also known as the Wheel of Fortune. It's a 10, reduces to the ace. Fate takes a spin, okay? Karma, revision or shift, turning point. Yeah, no kidding. Allowing the flow of change. So especially with this, knowing that these obstacles and their shifts are coming, around upon us, Aries, be ready for this, but know that the Wheel of Fortune is very positive, okay? Your plot twist also indicates that you're not going to see it coming. It's like a sudden change, but it's divinely guided as well. It's the wheel. So, and also to me, it means that you've done the work. Karma is, the karmic wheel turns when the lessons have been learned. So if you get into that space of allowing, this can flow, like allowing the flow of change. All of this can flow through you, and you won't get stuck, trying to pull a sword out of a stone. It will just release, okay? Metaphorically speaking. All right, let's see. Let's get a crossing card on it. Plot twist. Aries. One card for Aries, please. You guys aren't going to talk? Okay, here you go. Star. Beautiful. Okay. Another major arcana. Wish fulfillment, healing, deep healing, divinely guided healing. Okay. It's Aquarius energy. The Wheel of Sagittarius energy. Karmic lessons are over. Huge amount of healing here, but also with the wheel turning, and you've got hope and faith here. It's like your wish is granted, basically. Wish fulfillment, and it's divinely, brought to you straight from the divine. So you've got beautiful things coming your way, okay? Hold your frequency high. Learn those lessons. Allow the flow of change to move through you so that it can come to you, okay? If you're in resistance, that blocks the flow. It blocks things from coming to you. This is divinely guided, all right? What you've been wishing for, wanting, it's like wish is granted. Ching. Okay? All right. That was Aries. We're going to go to Taurus. Hello, Taurus. Let's see. What do you got? What do you need to know for Taurus? Transformation. This also is the death card. Okay? Death and rebirth. But boy, like I said, Plot twist, transformation with the wheel, death. This is going to be all connected. There's going to be flow here. I'm telling you. So I said, stick with me. Endings, new identity, rebirth, phoenix rising from the ashes. Okay. If you've been struggling, going through a hard time, going through a transformation or transformative cycle, it's not easy. It's not easy work. But know you're going to come out the other side transformed, like phoenix from the ashes. I love the artwork on this. She's walking like, interesting. It's not a red carpet. It's more like a yellow plank. But she's got, she's got a skull in one hand and a flag with a rose on the other hand, owning it like a boss in this really hot dress. Okay, like, I got this, man. Okay. Know that whatever you're going through that is challenging, you're going to come out the other end of it like the phoenix from the ashes, kicking some butt. All right, let's see. What do we need to know about transformation for Taurus? Death cycles are not easy to go through, but it's one of those things when you look back, you're like, oh my God, when you're in it, how am I going to get through this? How am I going to get through this? I don't know. This is going to kill me. And you look back, death, and then you look back and go, wow, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. Okay, because it changes you for the better. So if you're in the middle of this, hang in there. All right. Trust and learn the lessons it's trying to teach you. The more you resist too, the longer it takes. So allow. All right. Transformation for Taurus, please. Let's shift decks. This one's big, chunky, and super loud. Transformation. Let's see. One more. One for Taurus, please. Taurus. Give me a card, man, for Taurus on transformation. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Sheesh. All right. Four of Wands. Did I say something beautiful is on the other side of it? Stability, home, putting roots down. It's the 1111 card. This is a wedding here too. It might be transformation in a commitment, in a relationship. This could be very much death and Four of Wands can be twin flame energy as well. That 1111 card is known for that, but most people aren't twins. Okay, so don't get. A lot of people think they're twins and they're not. There's a lot of false twins out there, okay? But this is very much about the light at the end of the tunnel. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. Getting through the process and then uncovering the treasure. This stability and joy, and they're very joyful here, is on the other side of this cycle for you, okay? All right, Taurus. Hang in there. It feels really rocky when you're going through transformation and death cycle. I mean, it feels like almost, I always say it's akin to like falling, feeling like you're falling and there are no branches to grab onto. But it's like you have to realize that the whole time, like you're not, even if you feel like you're falling, so you're going to be caught, but you're being guided. Okay. It just feels like nothing is tangible that you can grab onto. All right. Allow that. It is such an uncomfortable feeling. But if you allow it, like I said, and don't resist it, know that you aren't going to, crash at the bottom or anything. The divine's got your back. And I really feel like that falling feeling is about trust and trusting the divine. Okay. It's like when that game, when you go and you fall backwards and you have to trust that somebody catches you. Humans are less trustworthy than the divine. I'll tell you that much. So if you're brave enough to play that game, okay, they got you. All right. We got Aries, Taurus. We got Gemini. What do we got for Gemini? Bound. Okay. That is the Devil card. Obsession, addiction, healing in darkness. Weakness and vices rooted in shadow. So you might be going through a period of doing shadow work, okay? Without dark, there is no light, okay? So this is part of what we are doing here with this shift as well, is overcoming obstacles here. You can overcome anything Any kind of devil energy, anything that is toxic is not to be run from. It is to be looked square in the eyes, okay? Look the devil straight in the eyes, straight in the face, and say, what are you here to teach me? Why are you here? Why do I feel this way? You know, whatever this dark energy, obsession, addiction, you know, all of these weaknesses, vices, like they say, are rooted in shadow that needs to be looked at so it can be brought to the surface into the light, so that it can be observed, worked through, sifted through, and then healed so that it can be released, okay? And we cannot heal and move up, ascend, unless we go through our shadow, okay? The brighter your light, the darker your shadow. You've got to dig through it and dig deep in your own energy. Look at the things that, you know, are hard to look at. I mean, have the hard conversations with yourself. Look in the mirror and really go, okay, I'm going to be honest. What are these things that are holding me back that I need to heal? Negative thinking, you know, things that you might use, such, you know, this addiction here, anything that you use as a means to make you feel better that maybe isn't the best for you. It's not healthy. It's really about assessing what is healthy for me, what is light, what is going to bring me into a lighter space, versus have me stuck in this darker space. And if you're feeling stuck in this heavy energy, it's telling you something. If you're like, I just can't move, it means there's something to be looked at so you can release it, heal it, and move forward, overcoming obstacles, right? It's not bigger than you. It's not. It might feel like it is. Chip away at it. It first, you know, you've got to recognize it and see it first. Okay, let's see. Gemini. You know, any obsessions, weaknesses. I mean, there could be like control issues too, but that's all about trying to, you know, anybody who's really stepping into a high level of control is because, you know, there's a feeling of weakness there. Instead of allowing and feeling safe, it's like there's a feeling of like, you know, I don't have any control in my life. And so there's this overcompensation elsewhere that's not healthy. Okay. Bound. What do we need to know for Gemini for bound? Really? Okay, you guys are fired. You're fired. Let's see. Ta-da! These are much more talkative. I'm just saying. Hold, please. Yeah, I don't know why those clammed up. I was using them earlier and they were fine. All of a sudden, they're like, nope. So this one, I have a hard time. Sometimes they go everywhere. So if this one clams up, we know there's something up, okay? The energy's been really, really challenging, okay? And with Mercury retrograde too, oh my gosh, man. All right. Are we there? Nope, they said one more. One or two. Yes? Yes. Okay. All right. Sorry to keep you holding. Gemini especially. Gemini, bound. What do we need to know? Card on bound. Almost doesn't count. Yeah, this one's going to be like, woo! All right. All right. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Perfect. Hangman, Pisces energy. By the way, bound is, like I said, the devil is Capricorn. Hangman, taking the time out, taking a step back. We put ourselves in hangman position, okay? Getting a new perspective, seeing things differently. Like I said, see yourself differently. See these issues, these things that you might be stuck in. Take a look at them differently. That's just, for me, confirmation of what I was already saying, okay? New perspective. So that you can get around it and move past it. Okay. Well, not around it, but you know what I mean. You got to go through it. But the only way you're going to see it is if you shift your perception about it and about what it is, instead of banging your head against a wall with the same issue. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Gemini. So we have Cancer. Waiting for Cancer. Liberation. Number 16, also known as the Tower. Chaos, faulty foundation, shocking revelations, sudden change to rebuild. What is not built on a firm foundation will crumble. It is not comfortable, but it is a gift from the divine, okay? If you're feeling stuck and you get stuck for too long, the divine will unstuck you, all right? It will zap you and crumble everything around you. Feeling like chaos, like I was saying earlier, if you're feeling like that there's chaos in your life, view from above, get the big picture. Why did this crumble? Why is everything falling down? What is going on around me? And know that if it's crumbling, it's meant to crumble. Okay, even if you can't get the why behind it, trust that it wasn't serving you. Even if you don't know why, you'll probably know why eventually, because hindsight, you know, the whole hindsight is 20/20 thing. It applies here as well. Okay, but it means something was not built on a firm foundation, something was not serving you, and if you weren't seeing it and it was going too long, the divine will blow it up. Okay, very much like the death card, it sucks when you go through it. All right, so sudden change to rebuild, you know, that might feel like an obstacle too. Trust, trust, trust. Step back, higher perspective. Okay, all right, know that there's something better for you, okay? Something is better for you, Cancer. Liberation for Cancer. That's why it's liberation. It's not like, you know, oh my God, you know, you're going to be stuck under the rubble now that you're in a tower. It's no, you're liberated. You were stuck before, or you've been stuck. Freedom. Okay. Liberation. What do we need to know for a Cancer? Well, hello, Six of Cups. Deep past life soulmate can be return of a past life soulmate, can be nostalgia, you know, and the Tower card, you know, it can be about epiphanies too. But I feel like for me, what I'm really feeling with this is you might have a soulmate connection that hasn't worked before, or maybe it's crumbling. And, you know, we have a lot of soulmates. We have karmic soulmates as well, but soulmates that are connected to us for the purpose of lessons, the purpose of growth. Okay, and if something is not built on a firm foundation, even if this is a strong soul tie, the divine will blow it up to either rebuild or take the lessons and move to something else. You know, this could be that something new is going to be coming in for you. You might know this person in this lifetime, you might not. At the very least, it's a past life soulmate, okay? So, shocking revelation, sudden change to rebuild, to me also feels like something might have fallen apart between somebody that you do already know, for some of you, and it's coming back around. There's a return here, so it can be done right. If it wasn't done right before, you know, if you bounced off each other, it's because you weren't in alignment. It was built on not on a firm foundation, okay? It doesn't mean it can't work out in the future. Oftentimes we grow individually, separately, and then we can come together and, you know, now we're in alignment, or we've shifted, you know, or if you bounce off each other again, even if you're not in alignment still, there's still a shift between the two of you. But for me, with what's going on collectively, a lot of these soulmate twin flame energies are coming together at this time. You know, and if it is something like a twin flame, you know, it's very common that you're in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, because the pull is really strong, but you guys haven't been in alignment yet because there's a lot of work to be done, okay? So place yourself, or you see yourself with that, Cancer, but know that when it feels like things are crumbling, it's so something really, really good can come in for you, okay? So don't freak out. Get the big picture. Get into a healing space. Meditate. I'm hearing that too. On the other side of it is that treasure, okay? All right. So we're going to Leo. Leo. What's up for Leo? Leo. You gonna talk? Does that count? It does. Yes? Yes. Shaman. Also known as the Magician. Medicine person, teacher, spiritual wisdom, multidimensional healer, illuminating the journey. You know, also since it's the Magician, all about manifesting, but having all the tools you need also to overcome any obstacle, okay? Getting connected with yourself and the divine. This person's in meditation. Gosh, it's really bright. In meditation position. Light's coming out of his hands, that healing light. You might, you know, for some of you are healers, and maybe you don't know this yet. Some of you know, but some of you don't know if you're waking up to your abilities. Okay. That energy in your hand, building a Taurus, working with, you know, if your hands get hot, you're working with people. Even if you're giving your, you know, your mom or your children or your loved one a massage, your hands get super hot and tingly. That's a sign. That's how I learned before I even woke up. I'm like, what is this? Yeah. So know that you have these abilities. Multidimensional healer illuminating the journey. And this journey that we are all going on, you know, like I said earlier, is a very big one. It's the first time that we've ever done this collectively, moving from one level of consciousness to another altogether. So you seem like you might be, if you're listening to this, Leo, for the Leos I'm talking to, you might really, really, really have a connection in this whole process too, okay? The more we collectively and individually raise our frequency, the more we raise the frequency of the rest of the whole collective, okay? Even the ones who are not awakening, but it helps in the process of awakening them. And I feel like there's something about this is very instrumental in that. Also making sure that because you have these abilities, whether you know it or not, like I was saying earlier, be very careful about what you think about. Careful of your thoughts, careful of your actions, careful of your words. Be very, very intentional during this time about what comes out of you energetically in thought, speech, movement, okay? Intentional. It's easy for us as humans to get really, whether we're upset or something, for irritated, things to just spout out. I mean, I'm hugely sarcastic. The divine really doesn't understand sarcasm very well. So I got to watch that because I'll just spout things out. You got to be kidding me. Okay, this is the huge confirmation I'm getting. So I'm thinking this might be a little too woo for a lot of you guys, but High Priestess on the Magician? Seriously? Okay, and we've got Mystic Healer smack in the middle here. So for me, it's like, you know, this is confirmation for you, Leo, whoever I'm talking to. You got it going on mystically. Shamanism here, High Priestess here, okay? All about intuition, very quiet, but very connected, very powerful. You have so much power and energy coursing through you, Leo. I mean, we all do, but you have specific abilities here. And if you're just on the cusp of it, you know, the specific abilities to really harness energy. Is what I'm saying. Harness energy and work with it. Okay. This is not just about manifestation, man. This is about personal powers that are coming online with this energy shift. Okay. It might blow your mind if it's new to you. It's pretty amazing. Okay. All right. Wow, Leo. Okay. Let's see. We got Virgo. Trying to see how do I want to do this. I think I'll go ahead and do 6 across. Okay. For table reasons. Virgo. This is getting thin. I might do these differently too. Yeah. Virgo. Vitality. Gotta wait for my finger to zing. Creativity, recharge, yes. Freedom of self-expression. This is also the Sun card and other decks, okay? Happiest card in the deck. Brand new beginnings that lead to abundance. But this is all about, it's almost like saying yes to life here, you know? Vitality. Her arms are outstretched. Like taking it all in. Recharging your energy. Make sure you go out in the sunshine to recharge. Freedom of self-expression. Absolutely. That is getting, there's a degree of courage that comes with that. Letting go of what other people think of you. You know, once you get to a point of like, I don't give a rip about what anybody thinks of me, you're free. You are free. I mean, that is a huge place space of empowerment, okay? When we care what other people are thinking, it's imprisonment. It really holds us back. We're not in charge anymore. They're in charge, right? So this is, I feel like, a bit about taking back your power and expressing yourself in the way that is completely authentic to you. And creativity, there's so many different types of creativity. I mean, you can be creative, you know, in accounting if you wanted to be, okay? It's just like you don't have to be an artist or a dancer, you know, you don't have to apply it just that way. Creative is, you know, coming up with new solutions, being very creative minded, okay? Resourceful, okay? Just know that it applies to pretty much everything in life. We can apply creativity to it, okay? But it really is about being free, I feel like. Freedom of self-expression. And that really comes with loving yourself too, you know? You can't really, as long as you're caring about what other people think too, you can't really step into that self-love. Okay, it's stepping into that self-love and knowing that you're enough, whether people like you or not. And I'm here to tell you, not everybody's going to like you. I mean, oh my gosh. I had to tell myself that as soon as I came on YouTube. I'm like, you're going to have haters. You're going to have haters, you know? And that's their problem. That's their problem. I got to be me. As long as you're authentic, you know, authentic and step into that authenticity and feel the joy of being you, okay? Whether other people like it or not. Not everybody's always going to like you, you know? It's just impossible. So if that's an issue for you, let it go. Vitality, your job is you. Your job is to live your life as fully as possible, okay? Love on you. Two of Pentacles, the Juggler. Interesting. She's got her hands like, you can't see. Her hands are all outstretched like, whoa. His hands are up in the air like juggling pentacles. You know, it might be a new adventure for you as far as gaining your balance too, or what do I do, or which way do I go? All right. It's about, this is more headspace to me. Okay. Thinking about it and being kind of on the fence or wishy-washy back and forth about it. I don't know. I don't know. Listen to your heart. What brings you joy? She's joyful, vitality, expression. What brings you joy? And it doesn't have to be big things. It can be little things like, you know what? I really love to crank up the tunes in the kitchen and cook. You know, whenever I garden, I love gardening, right? I mean, it just makes me feel good. I love going on hikes. Little things. And the more things you do that bring you joy, the more joy shows up for you as well. It's, you know, it's a system. It's a cycle. Okay. It'll move right through you. So make sure you don't get stuck in this kind of like, should I, shouldn't I don't know. It's like, you know what? Damn straight you should. You step into your own power, into your own freedom. There's no stuckness in that. He's back and forth and she's completely free. Which one feels better to you? Okay. What feels better? That's where you need to go. Freedom of the soul, freedom of the mind. It's your life. It doesn't matter what other people think. All right? All right. That was Virgo. Yeah, Virgo. Okay, we're going to go to Libra. I'm going to try first. If not, I'll do the finger zinger. All right. Forget it. Okay, Libra. Hang on. I got to get my feels. Whoop, there it is. Oh, we got partners. This is the Lovers. Gemini energy. Oh, Leo, that was your own sun card. Or no, sorry, that was Virgo. Virgo had Leo. Okay. Gemini, Virgo for Leo here with Shaman. I'm forgetting because they don't have the normal names on them. But partners is the Lovers. It's about choices, opposites, relationships, strong karmic partnership. Divine counterparts, though, for sure. These two taxis look like they're kissing each other. All right, but it is about choices and learning what's best for you, Libra. It's a strong karmic partnership here. You know, that can mean a couple different things. It can be a karmic partnership that is so strong that it's kind of binding, but it's always a choice, free will, right? You might feel trapped in something. I'm just kind of feeling that. Know that you always have a choice. You always have free will. Don't let fear get in the way, okay? There's something that needs to be left behind. But it also says opposites here. You know, opposites in a good way, though, I feel like, for the lovers, because that's the yin and the yang, or the yin and the yang, okay? They are opposite, but they're complementary. So it's like one is part of the pie, the other part of the pie. They fit together and work together symbiotically, okay? Harmoniously in flow. Okay, let's see what we have in partners. Well, the star card, Aquarius energy, wish fulfillment and deep healing. And talk about elements, you know, about yin and yang. There's, you know, she's got 2 cups of water here. And oftentimes this particular star card, some tarot readers see that as a twin flame union card as well, because they're pouring both cups into the same body of water there, so it can mix like the yin and yang, right? But it is healing and wish fulfillment here regarding a love connection. It's always a choice, but I'm really feeling this, like what's holding it back is fear. This is divinely guided. Star is a huge card, okay? Somebody's hoping for it too, perhaps wishing on a star for it. Hope, faith, wishing, wish fulfillment, and deep, deep, deep healing. So I feel like this connection here, if you're on the fence about something, this connection will be a very, very healing connection for you. You might have had, you know, your round of karmic relationships in the past that have perhaps left you feeling less than fabulous. Okay, you might be like, I'm feeling like someone's kind of like swearing off love altogether. You can choose that, but there's something here for you. I mean, those relationships were there to teach the lessons that needed to be learned for both parties, okay? And it looks like with this, something that is very healing and fated and destined is ready to come in. It's like you're ready. And it almost feels like you don't think you're ready. This obstacle here. It's almost like you feel like you're not ready because of applying fears from old relationships to anything going forward, because it might be all you know. It might be like a common thread that had to be worked through. Okay, certain issues, certain lessons. Looks like you're done with that with the star card coming in here. Okay, you can take it slowly and see, but this is going to be different. Okay, if you're on the fence about something, about making a choice about something because you don't really know, give it a chance. Go slowly. And if this is your reading here, this will feel different. It'll show up differently. All right, it's going to be very, very it's fated and destined and very healing for you. Okay? All right, Libra. Oh my gosh. I'm like, where do I put my cards, man? I'm moving you guys over here because you're just in my way. All right. All right, Scorpio. I'm just not even going to try. Scorpio. They're saying that one. Okay. It's not like there's so many cards either. Mystic Taxi. That is the Chariot. Partners is Gemini. I think I said that. But Mystic Taxi is Cancerian energy. It's all about duality, forward, inventor, movement, ignited with opposite energies. Those opposite energies are, I always talk about the stone sphinxes that are at the bottom, you know. Sometimes they're not stone, but they're usually black and white, like yin and yang. Duality there. But there's forward movement, almost like, because it is a card of victory as well. You might have worked through your shadow side, worked through both aspects. It's about balancing those, and so that forward movement can be, you know, instigated in harmony, in balance. Interesting. Movement ignited with opposite energies. So if you've been really going in, oh, shut up. It's clarified by the Chariot. I think they're driving a point home here. 2 of the same cards here. Major Arcana also in the full 78 card deck. What are the flippin' odds of that, man? Let me take a gander. This is an Empress here in this particular chariot. She looks like she is very much in power, in her worth. Perhaps, though, okay, so I'm getting messages. So, because the Empress is very much about allowing, okay, the feminine energy is about allowing, not chasing. It's not about that forward movement. And this is all about forward movement, but it happens to be an Empress in the chariot, and this is all about duality. So I feel like this is about somebody really getting those two aspects of themselves balanced, the masculine and the feminine aspects balanced in harmony, which is really, really what we, in the long run, what we're shooting for, okay, is having those two aspects within ourselves balanced. I was just hearing the other day too, you know, that there's a theory that you get the feminine, one person who has brought those aspects completely into alignment for themselves, and another person who's brought the feminine, masculine aspects completely in alignment with themselves, and you bring those two together and they have the ability to transcend humanity altogether. Okay? That is a theory that is very much believed to be true by mystics and otherwise too, like scholars. Okay? So check that out if you're interested, but that's what was coming to mind with this, is that true balance of, you know, she's the feminine, but she's in her masculine, and there's this balance between these two. All right. So forward movement, somebody is really on the cusp of being in that space of really balancing their energies so that you can move forward. Inventor as well. It's like, you know, this person's driving the chariot. Where do you want to go? You are the master of your own destiny. You're driving the bus here. Movement ignited with opposite energies. Keep yourself in that balanced space. I know this is a little bit out there, Scorpio, but it is about getting into that space where you've balanced your masculine, you've balanced your feminine, you're in that harmonious space in between, and you can go forward and do anything. Okay? It is that energy kind of ebb and flow, but it's also the energy of going for what it is you want, and then also putting it out there, and also getting to that space of allowing things to flow and come to you, you know, as a result. Okay? So there's that energy putting it out and then coming back in and allowing it to flow. It's this, you know, it's this infinity symbol. Okay? Getting into flow with that. It's not making something happen. It's going for it and then allowing it to come to you. In and out. All right? All right, Scorpio. Boy, I hope that was helpful for you. Yeah, it's a couple of you have had some really kind of like, woo, the woo-woo reading. Okay? All right, Sagittarius. My Saggies out there? Okay, Sag. Hang on, I might do it. You. Integrity. That would be the Justice card. Libra energy. Alignment with higher self. Balance, justice, creating space for equity and fairness. All about harmony, balance, balance. Even with that masculine and feminine, balance, balance, okay? But really getting in touch with your higher self. Inner knowing, what's, you know, really strong knowing between, I want to say between right and wrong, but it's interesting because there's kind of like no right and no wrong. But there's that duality again between light and dark, okay? What is the best approach for the highest good of all? Let's put it that way. Okay? Creating space for equity and fairness. That also requires being into a space of like being in receptive mode, being in a space of allowing. There's feminine energy in that. Creating that space is very feminine, okay? It's very receptive. But again, you know, just Librans, you know, it's very, very balanced. I mean, it's an 11 too, the 1 and the 1, right? But high levels of integrity here. You know what feels right. You know what feels off, okay? I mean, I don't like using the right and wrong thing because everything is for the sake of learning and lessons. But if we're moving into a higher frequency here, which we are, it is about, you know, having compassion, being in balance, being, seeing things and coming at it from a space of peace, okay? Peace for all. Doesn't mean lowering your boundaries and like sucking it up, not that kind of peace, but knowing what is just and just holding that energetic level of integrity. Okay. It's not like going out and like, I'm going to make everything right. It's not that energy of like, you know, bringing justice and, you know, it's not that. It's about holding that frequency in alignment with your higher self, that frequency of integrity. Okay. And knowing what feels good and what doesn't. All right. What's fair? What's balanced? All right, let's get a crossing card for you. Libra, or Sagittarius, this is Libra. Sagittarius. Looking at the scales there. She's got the sword of truth, and she's holding the scales up with the sword of truth, truth and justice. Okay, you know, Saggies are very much all about that too. You know, we want the truth. You don't freaking lie to a Sag, man. She'll lower that sword on you. I know. All right, integrity. Crossing for Sag. Oh my God, I grabbed the wrong deck. I'm so into my flow. I'm like, let's grab the wonky deck. All right, no wonder they're not talking. Okay, Sag, integrity. To bounce between my feels and my mental zone. Okay. Well, shut up, man. I said she'll drop the sword on you, right? What did we get? Queen of Swords. Like, seriously? Libran energy, okay? She will drop the sword. This is about discernment, balance. What is fair? What is just? I'm not putting up with any BS. Standing up for yourself in a very strong manner, strong boundaries, okay? If this is the message for you, Sag, but with high integrity. Not in a you know, aggressive manner, but in a very like strong, I hold my position in what is fair and what is just and what is right for me. And these are my boundaries. And if you know, show up right or don't show up at all kind of energy. Okay. Like I said, she's holding these, you can't see, but she's holding those scales up with that sword. If it's not in alignment with what I know is, for the highest good and for my best, for my higher self. Shing! Like I said, you lie to a Sag, she'll drop the sword on you, him or her. But interesting, Libra in your reading here. But there also, I'm feeling like for some of you, you might have a connection coming into that something needs to get balanced out as well, creating space for equity and fairness. Might have to have a truthful conversation with each other that is very logical and clear communication to balance something out between the two of you as well. I just heard clean slate. Okay. All right. It's for some of you. Okay, Sag. Wow. Okay, Capricorn. I know, I'm all over the place with how I do this. It worked that time. All right. Review. 20. It's the Judgment card in other decks. Finality, resurrection, spiritual breakthrough, reawakening, dormant potential. Yeah, the horns being blown here by the angel in the sky there. You know, with review, it might be a time to really reflect. Reflect on something that's sort of been buried for a while, perhaps. Resurrection, but it's also finality. So it's like, you know, death, rebirth, resurrection. So something that's been done for a while, it's bringing it back around and perhaps seeing it differently, spiritual breakthrough, reawakening dormant potential. You know, and this being such a spiritual reading with this review too, a lot of people are waking up, and this is that resurrection card, you know, waking up the dead, basically. So with this dormant potential, you might have had, for some people, they might have gone through a little bit of an awakening and been like, oh my gosh, I have all this, spiritual woo going on, and then slip backwards for a while. It's really common to go up and down, back between kind of like, I don't want to say 5D, 3D, but really sort of awaken into it and spiritually awaken and feeling all of the, feeling your feels and seeing things and experiencing things that are really on the spiritual side. And then sometimes we slip right back into the, the typical day to day, okay, my feet are on the earth. I'm going to work. I'm doing my thing, right? It's just kind of how, that happens often. Okay. I know some people too who have gone through that, and I've had a little bit of it myself before. And then I got like sucked back in, for necessary reasons that are, oh my gosh. But for you, I feel like it's possible that all of a sudden you're going to be sort of like, I was into crystals, or I, had my tarot cards done. I mean, you're watching tarot, hello. But all of a sudden there's going to be this like breakthrough of, more abilities, recognition of that, whatever it is, whether you're sensing things, your clairs, if you know what the clairs are, clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, claircognizant, blah, 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 those things, clairaudient. It's going to be different for everybody, but everybody has different gifts, So some of these things that you might have tapped into a little bit before, it seems like they're coming back online. If they were gone for a while, they're going to be coming back online, and it might shock you a little bit, but, again, it's happening collectively, okay? And that's why I'm doing some of these too. And I'm going to be doing some other kind of readings too. I'm shifting my business a little bit, where I'm going to be helping people going through spiritual ascension and whatnot, especially if you have kids that are struggling, okay? That's separate. Tower. Yeah, this might shock the holy crap out of you, okay? Scorpio, Aries. Boom. Tower coming in, horn being blown. What is not built on a firm foundation crumbles, or this again, dormant potential. They're like, enough, the time is now, okay? Like the horn's being blown, it's being blown up. Again, if it's like, okay, no, I really don't want to be in that arena, or, have my, if it got uncomfortable, the woo zone got uncomfortable for you, and you sort of went back to your, regular day job and shut down your third eye kind of thing. They're like, you can run, but you can't hide. Okay. It shouldn't be scary though. Sometimes it can be alarming. I mean, sheesh, this looks alarming, but no fear. Okay. It's really, really important. A lot of times people back out of it out of fear. They have some experiences and go, oh my God, I don't want to, I just, right? No fear. Okay. It's about mystic healer. It's about coming online with your gifts from a higher space, okay? And yes, with the light comes the shadow. And so it's learning to deal with that. Trust me, you have more power than anything in the shadow has. Freaking know this firsthand, guarantee it. But you don't know it until you've been thrust into it. Okay? Might have to learn spiritual protection if that's a case for you, okay? Hit me up for that too. Okay, I can do that. Is there anything else, Capricorn? I just heard get ready. And for me, get ready just means be open, don't resist. Again, the more you resist, the more difficult it can be, okay? Ask for assistance, ask your guides, ask the angels. You will be guided through the process, okay? And ask for protection. They will help you. They are there to help you. You are never alone. You are never alone. You are never, ever alone. Okay? All right. Wow. I didn't know this was going to end up being such a spiritual woo-woo reading, but here we are. Okay. Aquarius. Aquarius. You're entering that age of Aquarius. Thank God, man. Again, no fear. Head into the light. Okay. Aquarius. Well, look at you. Inspired journey. You got the Fool, basically, the Zero. Clean slate. New starts. Taking the leap of faith, all right? Trusting. Her eyes are closed. Hands are in the air. There's a butterfly swirling right by her, but she is stepping off, knowing she will be caught. Remember I talked about the falling? You will be caught. Innocence, leap of faith, unencumbered, exploring untapped potential. Here I go, walking off the edge here, knowing that I am always guided. I am always supported. I will never fall. If it feels like I'm falling, or I have, fallen in the past a couple times, gotten, a little, let's call them ego wounds, okay? They're all for the sake of learning. All for the sake of learning. We never do the work when we're like floating along, happily. It's when things go awry and we get uncomfortable that we do the work, because we want to be not uncomfortable anymore. We want to get comfortable again. So we're like, oh my God. But that's when we learn, right? Exploring untapped potential and doing it in a very open way. Very connected here to what we had for Capricorn here about having that faith, having no fear. And it goes to the no fear card right there. Okay, exploring untapped potential, and this was reawakening dormant potential. This is what I mean by all of this is going to come together, okay? This is very much let go and let God. You will be guided, okay? Signs, synchronicities, okay? Numbers, music, songs, symbols, whatever it is for you. Numbers are huge for me. But they're breadcrumbs for you. And the moment you start really noticing and looking at what they mean, what these numbers mean, I encourage you to go to Sacred Scribes online, and you can see what these number sequences, if they keep coming up, they're trying to tell you something. And then you read it, and when you read that, you go, oh, and you can apply that information, and then you get new numbers. And it's like, oh, you look that up, and all of a sudden you're communicating with the universe. They're able to communicate with you. And the more you do that, the more they give you, the more breadcrumbs they give you. Okay? Uncovering treasure. That really got my attention there. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. Follow the breadcrumbs. Okay? They've got you. Trust, trust, trust. Okay, let's get a crossing card. The Fool, inspired journey. Innocence, leap of faith, unencumbered. Yeah, you are free, you are free, you are free. Okay? If you feel like you're not, it's all up here. Wow, look at that. Ace of Wands. Creativity. It says, unencumbered, exploring untapped potential. This is very, very creative energy. It's about brand new beginnings that are exciting, that light you on fire, basically, okay? But it's very creative energy. Something to get excited about. Exploring untapped potential. Aquarius, you got brand new beginnings here. All right, the Fool is Aries and Aquarius. Let me go back. Review for you, Capricorn. That was Libra and Scorpio. Okay, so innocence, leap of faith, uncovered, yeah, untapped potential. And here it is. This is huge potential right there. Ace of Wands. It's the fire in your belly, the fire in your soul, ready to start. It's an ace. It's a 0 and an ace here. It's like fresh, clean slate, going for it, unencumbered. Total freedom right here, and getting really excited about it. Okay? It's beautiful. Go for it, Aquarius. No fear, no fear, no fear. All right, last but not least, Pisces. Pisces. Let's see if we get one to flip out. I kind of wanted to. We'll see. One more time, and I'll pick it myself. Oh, Pisces. Yeah, it was this one. Wait. Yeah. Okay. I'm like, zing, 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 zing. Emperor. acting like a boss. All right. My daughter's a Pisces. That fits. She's really bossy. Don't tell. Oh my God. You better not watch this. Okay. Emperor. Aries energy. Business visionary, determined, powerful, strong, willful leader. This is the yang energy, divine masculine. Okay. Masculine energy, emperor takes charge. Okay, you might be thinking about taking charge or action in a new direction. Like I said, business visionary, determined, powerful. You know, that leader energy. You might, with this mystic healer and, you know, this uncovering treasure, overcoming obstacles, you might be called upon to step into your masculine. You might be a natural leader. Okay, Pisces. But there's determination and there's just natural ability to step up and lead others. Okay. And this might get called upon, or it might get ignited, activated within you. If you're like, that's not me, that hasn't been my past. It also might not be your reading, but generally this is about, it's time to step it up. Emperor for Pisces. Emperor, Pisces. What we got? Judgment. The horn's being blown on it too. Again, Judgment Day is here. You might be called upon to step up into leadership and guide others, either during this collective shift, or the horn's being blown for something else for you. It's something's being resurrected from the dead, ignited for you. If you feel like this emperor is just sort of like sitting like a boss on the couch, but this is like, okay, there's determination here and strength here, but also it's really just guiding. It's really pulling my attention to the fact that he's sitting there. It's almost like he's got so much power. There's just this energetic power within him, but they're saying there's something that needs to sort of be, the horn's being blown. There's got to be some movement here. Okay. Also, if you are any kind of love connection here, emperor, resurrecting something from the dead, either an emperor is coming in, taking charge, wanting to resurrect something with you, wanting a reunion, to reconnect. This is Libra and Scorpio. But I feel like this is guidance for you, Pisces, that I'm hearing like the time is now. The time is now. You'll know it. You got to feel it, like tap in when you know, you start feeling like I got to do something. I got to do something. There's something that's going to be ignited within you. And that's that horn being blown. It's time to take charge. If there's something you've been thinking about, what is it that I want? Or, you know, I've been thinking about maybe starting this business or start doing whatever it is. It's been like a thought process or whatnot. It's time to take action. It's time to take action. It's like it's waiting for you. There's something, it's like it's percolating in you right now. It's like, should I, shouldn't I, will. I think this would be good, but I don't know. It's like, okay, boom. You'll know, you'll feel it. It'll get, I feel like it'll get a bit unbearable. It's not about, oh, should I or shouldn't I? It might be more like, I'm not sure what I should do or how I should start it, but it's like, I know I need to start it now. You're going to get a shove. And then the answer to that is just start. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't even have to know exactly where you're going. It's just start. And again, much like how the breadcrumbs come to you, little doors, little things will open. Okay. Just start. And then it starts this sort of snowball effect. Okay. It will grow. It will grow for you. You've got the power. I'm like, I've got the power. Okay. All right. That's all, y'all. Okay. We got you done. I hope you liked this. I hope it resonated for you. This was kind of fun for me. I've never done a reading like this before. So I was just like, I'm just going to throw it out there and see how it goes. But this was really kind of cool. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you want me to keep doing things like this, especially on like special events like the Equinox or solstices, whatever. Okay, let me know. And as always, you know, I wish you much love and light. Okay, to all of you, hang in there. Hold your light, own your light, but hold your light through these difficult times, okay? Things are going to get a little chaotic. Hold your energy and your frequency. No fear, okay? No fear. Only love, all right? I wish much love to you. Mwah. You guys take care.